Hi, did you know that October 6th is Mad Hatter Day? Well, it is. I just found that out. And in keeping with the Mad Hatter kind of a tea party, I decided to show you how to do this quilt block, which is called Tea for Four. Well, it has T's on it, and I don't know whether they really were talking about the letter T or teacups, but in any case, Tea for Four, Mad Hatter Day, it all seems to go together. This is Penny Hallgren from QuiltBlockLibrary.com. Thanks for joining me, and I've got my pieces cut out, so let's go over to the sewing machine and I'll show you how to sew it together. This is a quilt block of many pieces, and what I've done is laid most of them out, but I did cut my half square triangles with the two fabrics facing each other, so the green and the orange have been cut out. So instead of opening them up, I'm going to leave them here folded together so that I can stitch the seams. You'll see several flying geese, and so you can check out some different methods for speed piecing flying geese, but I decided to just sew them together one at a time. So the first thing I'm going to do is stitch the corner pieces. You can see this one's already sewn, but I'll sew the rest of them together and then come back. I've got the corners sewn together. This one is still in my sewing machine so that I can chain piece these flying geese. So what I'm going to do is just start sewing them together, and I'm going to start with the side that I can easily match up the corner patches and just sew straight down. So I'm just going to sew all my flying geese together, one side and then the other side. So here's one side of my flying geese put on, and so now I'll just attach the other half square triangle in that other corner and just stitch down. Now I have flying geese finished, and I want to sew the triangles onto the sides in my center square. So I'm going to do that by attaching first the sides, and then the sides across from each other, and then the sides on the other side. As I'm chain sewing that, I'm going to sew my flying geese together. So those just get folded right sides together and a seam goes down the center. Now that I have all my patches together, I'm ready to sew the seams, and I'm going to start by sewing this center row onto, or the center column onto the left column. Now I'll just add this final column onto the center set of patches. Now you have the patches sewn together in the rows across, and then I just need to sew the rows together. So I'll fold the top one down and sew through this center seam. Now I've got the top two rows sewn together, and I just need to add the bottom one, and this block will be finished. Our Tea for Four quilt block is all finished and ready for a quilt. This one is a little more complicated to sew together, and it has a ton of bias seams, so you want to be careful as you put it together. In any case, this is bright orange and green for our Mad Hatter Tea Party. Enjoy! Thanks for joining me, and if you're not already over there, head on over to QuiltBlockLibrary.com and get your free download of this pattern and check out all the other patterns. This is Penny Hallgren, Peaceful Piecing.